And we're back. Thank you for joining me at the Critics Clinic for all things movie and entertainment, prescription related. We are back to talk about The Roses. I just got back from seeing it. I wanted to give a little quick rundown of what I thought my review of the movie would be. No real spoilers here. Go see the movie. I'm kind of on my just giving my honest opinion of movies tip right now. No more spoilers. I've been told I get too many spoilers, so we'll see. But this movie is directed by Jay Roach, who you may know has directed a lot of comedy hits, such as the Austin Powers franchise, the Meet the Parents franchise. So that gives you kind of an indication of what type of funny and what type of comedy this movie is. And I think we'll go from there. Before we go any further, look below. You see the button, subscribe. You see the other button, like. And you see the comment section, put a comment there. Let me know what you think. We're going to move on. You know, I have my 5 categories, 2 points each for a total of 10 points to give my final prescription at the end. First, I like to start with cast and crew. As you know, cast and crew can make or break a movie for me. This is one of those movies to where it's very ensemble cast, very loaded. But I would say it actually paid off in this case, unlike some other films of recent. This one actually paid off. Olivia Colman, Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange himself. You also have Kate McKinnon, Andy Samberg. You have Zoe Chao, and you also have Jamie Demetriou, which I don't know as much about as the rest, but they're kind of, the movie centers around 3 couples, with the main couple being Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, kind of being this perfect all-American couple. They're British, but coming to America to find their dream, seemingly perfect, but then it all falls apart. I would say, character-wise, it was just hilarious. It was just nonstop, dark humor, slapstick humor. I would say it was just very funny and very well written. We'll get to the plot, but I would say from just a standpoint of all the acting prowess, Olivia Colman is hilarious, and she's had funny roles in the past. So I knew she could be funny, and she does no wrong in my book. She's incredible with everything that she's done. Benedict Cumberbatch, I didn't realize he was as funny as he was. It was actually hilarious. Again, it's dark comedy, but it was more towards Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers than it was the other one, with the Spy Who Shagged Me type stuff. So it was more dark humor. So I would say from that standpoint, kudos, 2 out of 2. They all brought their A game. I was laughing the entire time through. Now for the plot, again, a simplistic plot, but smart, but good. It's something that a lot of people could relate to in terms of trying to find the American dream and trying to balance you're supporting your partner while the other person is trying to find their dreams, and then vice versa. And then when the tables flip, can they support you while you're trying to find your dream? I'd say plot-wise, it was great. I really have no issues with it. The ending was a little annoying. You'll know what I talk about when you see the movie. But overall, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. I thought it was a great plot. I don't really have a lot of notes. Production, again, this is not a science fiction movie. This is not a big-budget movie. It takes place in a town in America. Most of it centers around this little crab shack that Olivia Colman opens, or in their original home, or in the home that they build, is where most of it takes place, I'd say, from that standpoint. Production was fine. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. Music, again, if it's not a musical, if it doesn't progress the story, if it's not overtly horrible, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. You are doing the math with me right now. We have a 2 for cast and crew, a 2 for plot, a 2 for production, a 2 for music. We're at an 8. So overall, how did I enjoy this movie is my final category. Again, as I said from the beginning, I went with someone else to see this movie, and it was just packed in there. And it was a weekday. It was packed. Everyone was laughing, and the energy was just in there. You could feel the jokes, because sometimes they were slow burns, but they were smart jokes. They're also just overtly just funny jokes. It was just a really enjoyable movie to watch. It also makes you think about your own life. And again, there's that dark humor in there. I don't know. As you know, I give out very few 10s. I'm not going to give this movie a 10 because, again, it's not a 10. But I definitely enjoyed it. Overall, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 2. I'm going to give it a prescription of a 9 out of 10. This is a definite must-see. There's not a lot out right now. I know everyone is still just reeling and talking about weapons. And if you're tired of the weapons hype and really want to see something else that's a little smarter, also funny, that's supposed to be funny, unlike weapons, I would say that this is the movie you should be going to see this weekend before anything else comes out. It's such an enjoyable movie. You will leave being like, I enjoyed that movie. I have no notes, and I kind of want to see it again. And this makes you feel good. It just makes you think. I would say I have really no notes for this movie. I enjoyed it the whole way through. I actually went in not knowing what to expect. I knew it was a remake of an older War of the Roses in 1989, which was based on a book, but I didn't know much else about it. I'd never seen the original movie, so I wanted to see what this is about. Kudos to Jay Roach. I will see everything else you do. This was very enjoyable. Go see it.